Severe weather is set to erupt across much of the United States today, which will impact over 100 million people from the Great Plains to the East Coast. Across the Great Plains, a surface-based low-pressure system combined with steep lapse rates will spark supercell thunderstorms capable of producing large hail, damaging winds, and a few isolated tornadoes. Additionally, strong to severe storms will be possible along the East Coast, where a rapidly moving cold front will bring widespread storm activity. But after this, the severe weather is nowhere near done. Models are already indicating that significant severe weather will be expected later this week into early next week across parts of the Great Plains, Midwest, and Ohio Valley, where all hazards of severe weather will be possible. We have a very active June pattern still ahead, so let's get right into the forecast. And we do have a lot to talk about in today's forecast, and we are going to jump right into the severe weather potential over the next few days. And we'll start with what is happening today, which is Monday, and we have 3 slight risks of severe weather. We got a large one stretching from New York City back to Jackson, Mississippi, another one from Dallas back up towards Little Rock, and a slight risk across the High Plains, and a giant level 1 risk of severe weather stretching from Billings, Montana back into New York City, where all hazards of severe weather will be on the table today. But the main concern will be damaging wind gusts up to about 70 miles per hour, as multiple rounds of thunderstorms will be ongoing literally all day today. This is going to be a full 12 to 24 hour severe weather event today. There is a risk for some very large hail over in the High Plains, so if you're in Lubbock, Amarillo, Denver, or Rapid City, stay on alert for some very large hail up to the size of baseballs. Pocket change sized hail is possible if you live near Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, or Richmond. And then we have 3 separate tornado risks in place. We have one across the Mid-Atlantic and the interior Northeast, highly populated areas that we're talking about here. We're looking at Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, and New York City. There's another one from Nashville back down towards Jackson, and then another tornado risk across the High Plains. We're going to break all these down for you in detail. I definitely think we're going to have a very active day of severe weather, so we'll talk more about that here in a moment. As we go into Tuesday, the risk of severe weather continues across the Great Plains and the Midwest. We have a marginal threat of severe weather for Fargo, Sioux Falls, and then a large slight risk stretching from Denver and Fort Collins back into Wichita, where the main risk will be significant damaging winds, kind of like what we almost saw last night, probably just to a lower scale here. We had a very large line of thunderstorms. We believe a derecho start in Kansas and go all the way through Oklahoma City and Tulsa. We might see something like that tomorrow, just probably not as large, but damaging wind gusts will be possible across areas like Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, and also up into Nebraska. There will be a risk of some large to very large hail, especially near the Rocky Mountains, and then there will be a low-end tornado potential. I honestly think this tornado risk may grow in a future outlook to include areas like Goodland, Kansas, and even maybe Scotts Bluff. And then as we go into Wednesday, the risk of severe weather will continue in the same exact area with severe weather all on the table. And then as we go into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we are talking about much higher end potential days of severe weather. Now let's go day by day with the timing of severe weather, and we'll start with what is happening today. And right now we have a large line of thunderstorms making its way across the Dallas area, Little Rock, and Jonesboro. This is going to continue to produce some damaging wind gusts and maybe an isolated spin-up tornado. It should fall apart as we go into the late morning and early afternoon, and this could actually open the door for a couple different things. First off, we are going to have a little bit of spin left with this little system here, and this could lead to maybe an isolated tornado threat if you live back over here in the Dixie Alley in the Tennessee Valley.